Go Blue! We are live on the Amazing Bluebeard podcast post-game show for Michigan at Iowa. Michigan defeats Iowa in a frustrating defensive battle, 71-68. But just win, baby. Sir, go Blue. That's all that matters. Now we're going to talk about why this was a tough game, why things went the way they did. But beyond that, before we break it all down, Michigan won. You had people saying that they could not be as good. They could not find a way to win without LJ Kaysen, that the team was going to implode. They were going to fall apart, that this matchup with Iowa would expose them because Iowa's so good on defense, and that they were going to lose and all this stuff. And it was dicey. I'm not going to lie. We're going to break it down. But what this team did do was they said, bet, right? They stuck together. They played for each other. And this group is just so tight. Let's talk about the good things before we break in. Besides them winning, the good things. They won the game, of course, which was good. But that means they finished the season, the regular season, at 10-0 on the road in the Big Ten. Are you kidding me? 10-0, undefeated on the road in the regular season of the Big Ten. That is extremely hard to do, and Michigan did it. And it's because this team loves each other and they are a tight-knit group, and they're going to find a way to win, even when things are not going their way. And we're going to talk about that tonight. Thanks, everybody that's in here. Ray, I agree. I will take that victory. Hail to the yes. I agree with you, my friend. If you watched my short that I put out earlier today that talked about the keys to victory, there were some things I was worried about, and Michigan did most of them, did the opposite of 2 out of the 3. But those 2 things they did wrong were because of Iowa's defense. Iowa is the best defensive team in the Big Ten for a reason. This isn't like, a bad team that just played out of their minds. Iowa is a really good team with a really good defense, and they play tough. They play hard. They're coached well. They are extremely active with their hands and their bodies. And there's a frustrating team as a fan to watch our team play against. I can only imagine when you're playing how frustrating they are. And I always worry about a team like this that plays defense like that, is active with their hands. Early on, you know how the night's going to go, because if the refs are calling a lot of the grabs and the slaps and the handsy pushes and shoves, then they're going to have to back off a little, and you have a better chance to play your game. But if it's not getting called, then you're in trouble, and it's no fault. It's not. I'm not going to sit here and say the refereeing was bad. We talk about how it's bad all the time. There was one series back and forth that I was really frustrated with. We'll talk about in a second, but overall, it was just, when you have a team that good on defense, that's how it's going to go. They're either going to let it play out, or they're going to call it right away. And that's kind of what happened. So I don't fault that. It is, I love defense in football and in basketball. So props to Iowa. They're well coached. They are a good team. If they had good offense, the country would be in trouble, because that team is coached well on defense. But they did stop what was his name? Bennett Sturts. They did stop him. He didn't have a great shooting night. He went on a couple spurts, but beyond him, they don't have a ton. So if he had hit his threes and he was going off, the game would have been different for sure. And we missed LJ Kaysen. I knew we would this first game. They were going to have to figure things out, and I was very good on defense. It was kind of like after that Duke game, having your first game big against Minnesota was a rough draw. And this game, the first game after losing LJ Kaysen, somebody who can just be a spark constantly and create offense when Cadeau's struggling, not having him and playing Iowa, that was a tough first game to try to figure things out. So just remember that. Anybody that watched that game and thought, oh, we suck without Kaysen, Iowa is the number 1 defense in the Big Ten. They're a very good defensive team. They're a really solid team overall. Besides Sturts, they don't have a ton of offense, or they would be lethal. But so just remember that they're trying to figure things out, and they had one of the toughest defenses they will face all year. No one else they see the rest of the way, unless they get someone in the NCAA tournament that that we don't know about yet. is going to play defense that hard. I mean, they are. It's insane to watch. It was impressive, honestly. Like the way they rotate. There's someone always in your face. You cannot do anything. And when they're able to be that handsy and in your face and use their body and hands, and there's no calls, it's tough. And Michigan was frustrated, and that led to a bajillion turnovers, which was something that they could not do to win this game comfortably. And they made it hard on themselves. But a lot of that was Iowa as well. So all right, let me check here. Let me catch up. We got a lot of people popping in here. Jay Money, Sniper's here. What's up, buddy? Thanks for being here. Gary Green, let's see. Guards are not good enough to make it to the Final Four. Yaxel needs to take over offensively in these games. We struggle to score. All right, so like I just said, well, if we look like this again against Michigan State, then yes, Dusty May's got to figure out something different, and he may already be trying to, but Iowa's a different beast. Nobody is going to be on you like glue with their hands like that. And like I said, a team that plays defense like this doesn't always get away with the slaps in the body, and they did because they're so good at it. It's just how it goes. But time will tell. We will see. We'll talk about it. But yes, they were not good in the turnovers. They were careless at times. They got frustrated and made dumb plays, but they can happen when you're playing a defense that good and when they're kind of, allowed to play their style like that. Mara, what's up, man? Thanks for being here, dude. Yo, I love it. Let's see. Greatest of days to us all. Desperate win, but ugly. A very sloppy game. We'll take the W and get out of town. Yep, exactly, my friend. I agree. You take the win and you move on. A road win in the Big Ten is tough. At Iowa's tough, and playing with that crowd was rocking is a tough game. It was a tough game, and it kind of played out the way I was worried it would, but they won somehow, and that's and yeah, this is a good time to talk about talk about the thing that let me talk about this first. Big Rick, I'm with you. Let's get some likes up in here. Helps it get pushed out even more. So thanks, Big Rick, for the reminder. I'm not the best at remembering to ask that. All right, so the refs. There was one series that did frustrate me. Okay, it was in the second half, and Sturtz did a cut behind Cheddar. Cheddar knew he was beat, so he grabbed him and fouls him right when he gets the ball. There is no motion to shoot the ball yet. They call it a continuation, and they give him the and one 3-point play. We go down to the other end of the court, but it's like, okay, whatever. That's their superstar. They get that treatment sometimes. Whatever. It's frustrating. We go the other end. Yaxel Lindenborg, our superstar, a top player in the league, does the same thing, but he drives into a guy, gets body, and puts it up right away. Should be an and one. No, they call off the shot and say it was before the shot. Now, I'm fine with either play. It happens on isolated away from each other, but back to back like that was a little frustrating. I feel like Michigan as a top team does not get some of the calls that other teams get, but at the end of the day, you got to win no matter what, which they have been able to do. But that series was very frustrating. But overall, Iowa's a good defensive team. They're coached how to do it right, and that's why they are able to do it and get away with some of the things they do. It's just part of basketball. Let's see. Brian Souls here. I know how you're feeling, Brian. You don't have to tell me. But just remember, this Iowa is not just some scrappy team that had a good night. Like, they are really good on defense. I'm telling you guys, that's an unreal defensive performance. But Michigan played into their hands too. I mean, we'll look at the team stats and you'll be able to see the turnovers and points off turnovers really kept Iowa in this game. Let's see. This game is either are you glass half full or glass half empty? Yes, it is. Glass half full. It needs to be, guys. They won the game. That's all you can do. And it's the first game without LJ Kaysen against the best defensive team in the Big Ten. It is a rough combination. We'll see how the Michigan State game goes. We just got to trust in the guys and trust in Dusty May. But yes, do they need to play better? Heck yes. That was not... They cannot have turnovers like that, and they cannot be careless. They cannot get so easily frustrated. I can name 4 teams that are better in the Iowa on defense. All 4 of you. Brian, come on, man. Come on. It's okay. I get it. Sometimes it's easier to just look at what you see and just take it at face value and prepare yourself. I get it. I get it. But I'm gonna believe in this team because you know what? Those four teams that are good on defense don't have the same thing that Michigan has, just the same thing that Iowa does not have that Michigan has, and that is how close of a team they are and how they believe in each other. That can get you far, my friend. Focus is very important. Yes, I agree, Big Rick. It is. They need to be more focused when they're getting frustrated and not start throwing it around. But they focused down the stretch, and let me tell you who made an amazing play or two plays down the stretch to help them win this game was Roddy Gale. He stepped up big. He had that block and rebound at one possession. Then the next defensive possession, he has that swipe. First, he gets his body in front of the guy so that they don't call a foul. Because if he'd have been off to the side or reaching in, they would have called a foul on him. He gets in front of him, gets bodied off, and as he's flying back, he swipes the ball, and it bounces off his leg and goes out of bounds in Michigan ball. Huge back-to-back possession defense by Roddy Gale. He stepped up. Let's see. Yes, the volume of Michigan turnovers. Yes. Oh gosh, it was so frustrating. I mean, they found every way possible to turn the ball over. I mean, stepping on the line, traveling, just throwing the ball around like it doesn't matter. Like they have got to. That's been their problem all year, and that's what I worried would pop up today playing Iowa and trying to figure out what to do without Kaysen. And they did it. They did exactly what I was worried they would do. But somehow they still found a way to win. And that is what this team has done the second half of the season. Despite struggles, they keep finding a way to win. Let's see. I was going to highlight that. See, yes. Yes, that was incredibly frustrating. Like I said, I can take either of those calls, separate from each other, and I can be annoyed, but be like, well, it happens. But when they're back to back, it's like, come on. That's absurd. If you're going to call either one of those and one, the Yaxel Lindenborg one was way more obvious of an and one. But it is what it is. Yeah, and I agree, Big Rick. Not looking forward to seeing Iowa again. I would like it if we don't have to play them in the tournament. That would be great. And yes, here we go, Brett. I'm 100%. Something about, yep, I said this on the last one, I think, when I was talking about Michigan getting ready to go to Iowa, that it would be tough because Iowa's in the middle of the pack. I mean, they really just have Sturts for offense. I mean, they have a lot of tough guys that can get rebounds and, muscle inside and score, but usually if he doesn't score a lot, it's going to be hard for them to win, but their defense keeps them in games. But something about Iowa, anytime Michigan goes there in football or basketball, it's ugly. We either get beat ugly or we have to win ugly. And it's just one of those places. I don't know. I'm with you. Yes. And J Money saying the same thing. It's just hard. I don't know why. Oh yeah, my man. Let's see. Oh, and you know who else? Yes, it is. It is because he's so good. If it's there, throwing that quarterback throw to a streaking guard like a wide receiver, but it's just so risky. And with a team that's so good and active with their hands like Iowa, you can't get away with those long passes. You got to throw them crisp and short. And I'm sure Dusty May told them that. But this team sometimes gets a little spooked and they forget and they just do crazy things. And that's something that they're going to have to change real quick. But they won. They won in a tough place. I'm telling you, that's something. Take a deep breath, take a step back, and think about some of the teams we've had in the past at Michigan. They would lose this game. But this team wins this game because of how close-knit they are. And let's just hope that between Michigan State and the Big Ten tourney, they figure out what they're going to do without Case. And it's a bummer. It sucks. He would have helped in this game a lot because that's what we needed was somebody to go right into the teeth, right at Iowa. And we did start doing that in the second half. Lindenborg started doing it, started forcing some fouls. And that gets them off their game because then they start getting the fouls up. They're in foul trouble. We're in the bonus. And suddenly they can't play as handsy because they don't want to risk giving us free points. So that's what you have to do. And Kaysen would have done that a lot sooner and a lot more often. And we'll look at the team stats in the box score. I do think McKinney maybe was trying something else. I was worried about was them trying to do too much different and not just still playing their game. And I feel like he tried a little bit. He didn't seem like he was doing his thing at all times. He did have some nice plays like that. That fadeaway was chef's kiss. He's a good kid. He's a good player. Let's see. Biggest problem playing 9 guys. Yep, I agree. I know they're gonna, and they've had that benefit of being fresh at the end of games, and that is going to be another problem. Is they're not going to have as deep of a bench. This is a time when you wish, like, oh gosh, is it? I just forget his name. Winters, Grady, or Grady Winters. Somebody like that. You wish was not injured for the whole year because he is. He looked pretty good in high school. It'd been nice to have him because then we would have been 10 deep, and it would have been nice to have him as well. But you got to do what you got to do. You're going to take a look at the Big Ten tourney setup right now, and kind of we can take a guess at who it'll be. We'll look at that in a little bit, Big Rick. But yeah. So here we go. When we destroy Michigan State by double digits, I'll feel a lot better. I hear you, man. I hear you. That would be pretty nice if they could figure it out and show us that they got their turnovers, that this was just a combination, a perfect storm for them to just go off the rails, and they get back to it on against Michigan State. But this would be a lot worse if we were talking about them losing by 10 or something. The fact that they played great defense the whole game. I don't think we can fault their defensive effort. And that they stuck together, and even though they made a lot of mistakes, they stuck together, and down the stretch they made the plays they needed to win. That shows me a lot. So that part makes me feel good. I don't like the turnovers at all, and we're gonna look at what it does to them in a minute. Yeah, I know. I mean, they've got a couple guys. I mean, but I just don't know. All the guys, the 9th guy and on would be guys that have only played garbage time, and you just trying to play something like that in big moments. It's a little scary when they have never really been in when the game mattered. It's always fun, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Let's take a look at the team stats and the box score and talk through these a little bit. If you leave a comment and I miss it, as soon as I stop sharing, I'll get back to it. So don't worry. I won't miss you. Here we go. All right, let's take a gander here. All right, so field goal percentage, Michigan shot much better than Iowa, which it didn't always feel like that, but they did. And they really didn't take as many threes as they normally do, and a lot of that was Iowa's defense. Like they rotate insane. Like it never felt like we had a wide open three. It's just crazy. And free throws, I like to see them hit that 80%, so they didn't. But I mean, they still, there's been games where they shot 60% from the free throw line. So, and you're going to see this free throw disparity. And anybody that watches this or sees any of you leave comments anywhere or me talking about the refs is going to say, "Oh, you had so many more." But as usual, when fans like us who don't complain about the refs all the time, at least in here when lives, we usually don't barely talk about the refs, but it's usually more what they didn't call is what it bothers us more than what is called. So yeah, I don't know. And but you know what? There should be a disparity because of how Iowa plays defense. They're very handsy, and they're gonna get a lot of calls like that. Let's see. But they did shoot free throws very well. We out rebounded them. That was huge. That would have been a bad turn if we would have let them out rebound us. We shared the ball pretty well, but we didn't move the ball great. We started to later in the game, but still, that was a problem I didn't like. A lot of that was their defense. It affected us, but we dribbled around too much. We didn't pass or move the way we have, so we really were off our game, and that we can't do that. If a defense is good, we can't all of a sudden just abandon everything we've done all year. But we'll see. Dusty May's going to have to clean that up in practice. We had some great blocks. That was good. But here's the problem. here's the biggest problem that we had, right, guys, is turnovers. 18 freaking turnovers. And most of those were in the first half. So I would say the second half they did better on turnovers. It was better. But here's the problem: when you have that many turnovers, look at points off turnovers. 26 points off turnovers. That's terrible. That's just terrible. And Iowa took care of the ball. They only had 5, so they didn't turn the ball over. That makes it even worse. And they beat us in points in the paint, which is usually an area we win. And this is also very interesting because when we look at the box score, the guys that went off were our 3 bigs. So it's just very surprising. That stat kind of surprised me. And then you see the fouls, 22-14, which really Iowa should always have more fouls than other people because of how they have play defense. So that's not alarming. Anybody that looks at that, that's not favoritism towards Michigan. Because if you watch the game, we talked about that one sequence. There was no favoritism towards Michigan. But Michigan did lead, surprisingly, also more than half of the game. And they had led by 10 at one point. And at that point, I felt like they had figured it out and they were going to start doing the anaconda thing and wear down Iowa, and they were going to pull away. But Iowa came right back, and we didn't score for a while, and we just didn't get it done. But let's look at the box score here, so I can show us talking about with points. So Yaxel and Morris Johnson led us with 16 points. And then Ade Mara, how about Ade Mara too? A couple great baskets down the stretch to help us win. That buzzer beating backboard rim rocker shot. I mean, whew, that was a big shot. And then getting that alley oop in, like he's something else. So he had a really good offensive game. They all had 8 rebounds, which was good. But like I'm saying, this is our 3 leading scorers, and somehow Iowa outscored us in the paint. So that's just interesting to me. So Cadeau had 11 points, so he wasn't bad. He made all his free throws, but he had 4 turnovers. He did have 9 assists, but these turnovers, I mean, we gotta keep these turnovers down. Just unreal. And then let's look at guys that we talked about that we needed to step up. So points wise, we said it would be nice if Burnett could score more. He did not. He did not shoot well. He did not have a good night. Cheddar, again, no points. He had a couple threes. He had a couple chances, but he did not make them. But Roddy Gale, he may not have scored a lot of points, but man, his energy and his defense really made a difference in this game. And McKinney, like I said, he seemed a little off. He seemed like he was maybe trying to do something different. So I want to see them against Michigan State, who is not nearly as good defensively as Iowa, but they do have better offensive players. So we'll see how it goes. But I want to see what this team does with another, few days of practice. A couple days of practice, I guess, and against a team that's not as smothering as Iowa. But then you look at Iowa's offense. Sturtz is pretty much it. He's the guy right there. This Man Wayu had a great game. And I think Sturt's 3-pointers weren't falling, so that's probably why they had so much points in the paint. Was he went inside a lot more probably than he does, because I guess he did shoot 14 3-pointers, but I don't know. It's just a weird game, a wacky kind of game, guys. Let me check the comments real quick so I can get caught up before we look at anything else. Let's see. Big Rick, speaking the truth. 22 people in here. Can we get 10 likes? He's helping me out. Did I miss another one of your comments, man? Oh, man. Let me go back. I don't think did. I think I got all yours, man. I don't know. Let me know if I did, if I missed something you said. If we didn't turn the ball over, we would have won by 30 points. If you don't turn the ball over at once at all, you're definitely winning. That would be pretty amazing. But I'm with you. If they had just a few turnovers, they would have cooked them. Let's see. Brett says, I miss the old Iowa coach that would explode on anything. Yeah, that's true. Oh, man, he would. That's for sure. Yeah, I was going to say, I know we had 10, over 10. So we had 12 in the first half. So they cleaned it up in the second half. It did feel like they were turning it over less until the end when they were getting pressed. It was like, oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, these passes in are terrifying. Let's see. Talk about shot clock shots. How many did Iowa hit tonight? It seemed like every time we had, yeah, I know that was true. Our defense, I have no problems with our defense, and like you're saying, they had a lot of just good, either good or lucky shots, maybe both, that went in, or we still maybe could have won by double digits, even despite how bad we played with turnovers. Yeah, because we did. They played great defense. Michigan did. They made them take long possessions, and they just knocked down a lot of shots or got rebounds and tipped them back in. There was a lot of those annoying long rebounds. Thanks, J Money. Whoop whoop. There was a lot of those long rebounds that are so annoying where Michigan has not possession, but position, and the rebound goes over their head back to Iowa, and you're like, ugh, and there's nothing you can do. It's just the way the ball bounces sometimes. Elephant in the room, Namari being our main starting shooter. I know. I don't know what's up with him lately. I thought maybe that one game, I can't remember who we played. Was it not the Northwestern game? Maybe it was. I don't remember. But they played somebody and he went off and scored 30 points. I'm like, there we go. This will get him going. And then he's right back to scoring 4 or 5 points a game. So he needs to step up. He is a great 3-point shooter. He needs to shoot threes and score a lot of points now that we don't have LJ Kaysen. So, yes, our offensively, them without LJ Case on the test, they failed miserably. But on defense and overall, they won. So they get a passing grade. But man, yes, that was it. It was Penn State. Good man. Yeah, he was lights out. He showed what he can do. So he's got to trust his shot and be confident and just step up. Come on. You're a senior, man. This is your last ride. You got to get us that natty. We need you now. So we'll see how he does against Michigan State. Hopefully better than tonight. That is a great point, Brian. That is the elephant in the room. It has been for a while. That's why people started thinking instead of him, you put Trey McKinney in there or even Kason. But although he's so good off the bench as point guard. Yeah, there you go. It evens out. An F, an F for offensive flow, an A for defense, and then you get, instead of a C, you get a C plus because of your grit to grind it out and win. I like it. All right, let's take a look at where is it at? I have the schedule here, but we don't need to see that really. I'll click on it anyway, just so that you can see it. Of course, we've got Michigan State, our only game left, home at the Chrysler Center on Sunday, this coming Sunday, March 8th at 4:30. So huge game for so many reasons. It's Michigan State. That's always huge. Last Big Ten game, always huge. And to see what they can do again without Kaysen, to see if their offense can get some flow back so we can feel good going into the Big Ten tourney. Let's see here. I don't know if this is going to update. Let me see. Maybe. Okay. Well, that's annoying. I was going to show you guys. Hold on. There we go. Okay, let's just look at the standings real quick, since we always go through these things. So, Michigan, we already won the Big Ten regular season, so that does not really matter. But we're going to look at the Big Ten tournament updated bracket. Well, actually, it doesn't show the bracket, but the games, who plays who. But we are 28-2, 18-1 overall. And again, I thought we were 10-0. 11, and that makes sense, right? Anyway, undefeated on the road in the Big Ten. That's amazing. All right, so let's see. I'm going to show you guys the Big Ten tournament games right now, and we'll look at it and kind of see who Michigan could play. All right, so here we go. You can see it here. So we have the lovely triple bye. So we wouldn't play till Friday, March 13th, which is next week, Friday. So a week from tomorrow, which is wild. We're getting into tourney time. All right, so Michigan plays the winner of Game 7, which is UCLA versus the winner of Game 5. Wait, hold on. That's not right. No, that's number 7. Okay, I'm dumb. All right, so we would play the winner of Game 9. Oh, it's the same one. Oh, gotta love when these are live and I can't edit out my stupidity. All right, so I was right. So I could be. No, I'm wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh, YouTube, is there a way to edit live? No? Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's try this again. So we would play the winner of Game 7, which is Ohio State, versus the winner of Game 3. That makes sense because it should be worth against the lowest third round seed versus, yeah, okay. So Game 7, the winner of Game 3, so it'd be Ohio State or Iowa. I did not see that until just now. Hopefully that shifts. Iowa versus the winner of Game 1, which is Maryland versus Oregon. So whoever wins this game plays Iowa. Whoever wins that game plays Ohio State, and then they would play us. And then let's see, we're Game 11, so we would play the winner of Illinois and whoever they play. And then we'd play the winner of Michigan State and whoever they play, and Nebraska, whoever they play. So we could have to rematch Illinois and Nebraska, or we could have to play once again Iowa. You know, we could end up if Wisconsin gets hot. So there's a lot of possible tough matchups. And the way you can look at this, you can look at this two ways. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to stop sharing. You can look at this two. First, I gotta say, let's go Ducks! Pull off 3 upsets. I love that. I'm with you. And thanks for trying to help me out when I was fighting for my life there. I know. I knew you were in here, Brian. That's why I said Brian's the man. He told me because I do edit a little too much in my daily videos sometimes, and he gave me some good advice. That he said, "Who cares? The only thing I edit out now is long pauses because you don't want to sit there and watch me just staring at my notes for like 3 minutes. That would not be good entertainment." All right. So you can look at this 2 ways, right? Playing these tough teams again, you can say, "Good Lord, why must we play the good teams again?" Or you can look at it and say, "Hey, they're playing, they're playing with house money. They won the Big Ten. They're one of the best teams in the country. Would it be nice to win the Big Ten tournament? Heck yeah. But win or lose, they're going to get tested again in the Big Ten tournament. And with them trying to figure out who's going to step up in LJ Cason's absence, I mean, you want to play tough games. You don't want to play cruddy teams and have it be easy. And then all of a sudden you get to the NCAA tournament and you play a tough team and it's totally different than what you've been doing because you were playing cupcakes, So I am a positive person. I choose to look at the positive side of things. And that's what I see. I see an opportunity to play some tough games and get right before the NCAA tournament. But I have faith in this team. They would. Sometimes I do that. When I'm editing and watching it back, I'm like, "Oh, did my screen freeze?" I'm like, "Oh, wait, no. That's when I was trying to read through something or trying to figure out how to say somebody's name, and I stared at my notes forever." Oh man, that would be funny. Yes. My dude. Oh, I love it, man. I love this. That's why I subbed your channel. Positive vibes only. Appreciate you, J Money. You guys are an awesome community, and I'm excited to just continue to grow it. And I'm excited for all the things that are to come, which, speaking of subs, that reminds me, if you have not subbed yet and you're hanging out here and you're like, "This guy's crazy," it's kind of fun. Give me a sub because when we hit 1,000, we will do a 1,000 subs live celebration, and my beard will be dyed maize and blue, just like the logo and just like the big beard you see behind me, behind my video square here, right down the middle, maize and blue. We're gonna do it. So let's get there. But we also got a lot of other fun things. I've got some fun My store I'm working on will have some merch, not just Maize and Bluebeard merch, but like I've got some fun Michigan themed sports shirts and hats and all sorts of stuff. So it's gonna be fun. So we got that to look forward to when we get to 1,000, and also we're going to do channel memberships eventually, which is going to be fun because there'll be a lot of behind the scenes stuff you guys will be able to do. Not only get yourself on the channel, but also some just fun live streams we'll do members only that I have cooking up. So not finalized yet, but once we get over 1,000 subs, all that stuff will come. So those of you that have been hanging out, look forward to all that fun stuff. All right. So, man, this one is flying by. 36 minutes already. All right, I got to cut it short here. Well, not short because this is longer than usual, but a couple more minutes and then I got to go because I got to pick up my son from his girlfriend's house. I'm supposed to be there in 9 minutes and it's a 15-minute drive, so we're going to be a little late. I'm sure he won't mind. But anyway, again, if you're just joining, Michigan defeats Iowa 71-68 in a defensive battle, an ugly, frustrating game, frustrating for Michigan offensively and frustrating for us as fans to watch. The plan to replace LJ Kason's production was failed miserably tonight, and we can all hope that that's because of playing a great defensive team and not just because it's going to be like that every game. Turnovers were an ugly, ugly problem, and we will hope that Michigan gets that fixed before their next game Sunday afternoon against Michigan State at the Chrysler Center. I will, of course. Oh yeah. Well, he doesn't have his license yet, J Money. otherwise that would be a bad thing. He doesn't have his license yet. He will have it, and then I won't have to do this again. He'll have it for his next school year. He'll have it by next year. But what's up? How's it going? Toast to Kane. I love it. Or Towels to Kane. Yeah. So it's okay. It's okay. I'm wondering if this is someone I know since they said my first name. I don't know. If I don't know you in real life, I know you from the community. So I appreciate you, my friend, for being here. And GG Dope, you the man. I'll become a member when you get it. Appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. He's a little clumsy. No, actually, that's not true. He actually, a little personal side note. He made the tennis team in high school. He has never played tennis before, but we've been going to the courts late at night, and he's been practicing a lot. And he had his first match today, and he won. So boom. Oh yeah, there we go. I got you. Marmar put you on. All right, all right. I love it. I love it. Thanks for being here, man. And thank you, Marmar. Boom. You guys are an awesome community. Marmar, appreciate you, my friend. You the man. Thanks for bringing more people here. J Money, you are a rock star. You guys are the best. I look forward to it, man. It's going to be awesome. I got some really fun ideas to get everybody even more involved and be able to interact with you guys, not just in the comments, but do some meetings and some live stuff where we can see face to face each other. That's right. Future tennis star in the making. He's got a sweet little forehand and serve. He's been working hard, but he's got to keep practicing though. It is. I'm learning that very quick. I'm excited for the spring game. I'm going to find a way to get up there, and hopefully a lot of you will be there, and we can all meet up and meet some of you guys. Oh yeah, Marmar is the man. I agree. He makes the rounds, and he's awesome. Supports so many people, and he has the best takes, and he's hilarious. Yes, Brian. I did not. I had I had the in-laws in town for my wife's birthday, and I had a late night last night, and I couldn't record. And then this morning I was going to record quick, but then my wife had to work, so then I had to help my in-laws get out the door, and they're a little bit older, so they need a little help. And then I was gonna try to do it after that, and then I had to go to my daughter's school because the teacher called me because she was having some issues with something, and I just threw in the towel. Because on YouTube, if you post a video too late in the day, you might as well not even post it because it's not going to get any views. When you're a small channel, you got to get it up there earlier. The earlier, the better. So I apologize. I knew I was doing this, and I knew I would put out my Keys to Victory short for this game, which I put out. So I figured, all right, at least I'm going to be active today, even if I don't get my morning video out. But it'll be out tomorrow. I already recorded it. So look forward to it tomorrow. I appreciate you noticing. That's how good of a friend you are. I appreciate it. Jacoby Potts is here. Go Blue. That's right. Thank you, my friend. Oh man, I tell you, J Money, when I first had this idea to start this channel, my idea was like a father and son sports thing. But he's like, I don't want to go on there. I don't want to do that. And I'm like, come on, man. So that is my hope. At some point, I'm hoping by football season, I'll convince him to do a little post game show with me here and there. But we'll see. We'll see. Or maybe maybe I'll get him to do a recorded video with me first. But we'll see. I don't know. He doesn't want to do it. Kids are worried that other kids at school find it and make fun of them or something. Like, come on, man. Who cares? Marmar, Gigi is the man. And you deserve all the love, my friend. And I agree. All the love. He is always kicking it. I know you're not complaining. I'm just saying why I didn't. I felt bad, but it's just wasn't in the cards. And of course, this would happen too after, I think, in the last week or two, I put daily podcast in my YouTube page. And of course, then I have a day I can't. Right. I'm just saying, like, I wanted to make sure they were safe. And, when you got walkers and things involved, you don't want, and my driveway is on a slant, so I get worried. But I'm getting old, man. No age sounds old to me now because I'm old. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. That should have knocked the fear right out of him. That's true. Speaking of that, I need to go. You guys are too much fun. I need to go, though. So, again, Michigan wins. It was ugly, but you know what? Just win, baby. And if anybody thinks that Michigan doesn't have what it takes, that this team cannot figure it out, what do we say? Come on. Last time we said that, it worked out pretty dang well. So, there we go. See, we're all old. We get it. But Michigan will be back in action Sunday against Michigan State. So be excited for that one. I'll do a live post-game chat, of course, after that game. So I'll see you guys then. Look for my morning daily videos. Be one out tomorrow morning. Talk a little basketball, talk a little football. And yeah, just keep on keeping on, my friends. Oh yeah. I like watching him too. Dennis is a fun guy to watch. So everybody, Marmar. Oh, heck yeah, dude. I'd love that. I would love that. He's awesome. Seems like a really solid dude. All right. So I got to go get my son. So everybody have a great night. And let's go out with a couple things. First, we're going to go out with, I'm going to count us down. Do it with me. 1, 2, you know what to do. Hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail to Michigan, the leaders and best, hail to the victors valiant, hail to the conquering heroes, hail to Michigan, the champions of the West. Because it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. See you guys when I see ya. Go Blue. It's great